Hello and welcome. So I am going to take a look at the Guardian's Cryptic crossword, and this has been published on Thursday the 4th of September 2025, and the setter is Brummie. So I did just scroll down to the comments quickly and suggest it might be kind of fairly reasonable for a Thursday, which is why I'm going to have a go at it partly, but you can never tell really. So anyway, time to crack on really. Shagpile's end braids damaged. You'd think that's just an anagram of Shagpile's ends. Braids is... I would have thought it was an anagram of braids with an E for end of pile. Shag is some kind of bird, isn't it? Seabird, I think that is. Second middling mark given to female weight setback movement liminac. I think that's S, and then middling mark must be something like a C, probably. C grade, I'm thinking that's what middling mark is. Given to female. I can't go any further on that. So let's look at the downs. Drinker's snack. Nope. Dignified gold rush, well, there's AU. August. Idolatrous virtuoso player, not popular one. Idolatrous virtuoso player is a maestro, but there's no G in that. Not popular one would suggest taking an IN out of something. Sure like that. This one. Stars Eye Rolling appear in blockbuster early Chaplin film. I think it's anagram probably Star Eyes, which is 8 letters, appearing in blockbuster. Is it possible it's East something? ET being the... don't know about that. East Street, is it? No, East... Easy Street, I think that is. I'm not sure I've heard of the film, but it fits the anagram of Star Eyes, I think. So let's go with that. This one, staff around the church, rejected ornamentation. Well, that's where rod, I think. The church, staff, DCR, rejected. Yeah, I think that's rod, church be decor now. DC is all upwards. Right, did I look at this one? Very high region spreading. Poisonous at present. Is that going to go a very high region? High region? That's 10 letters in high region. So what's the V going to do for very? Very high. Spreading poison at present. Or is the anagram of poison? And present would be now, but I think poison would fit that, wouldn't it? In position. Poison at. Is it AD for present? Don't know that. Let's try it. Poison at AD. Not sure what present would be at present. Very high region would be ionosphere. It could be a sphere of some sort actually. Ionosphere. Yeah, actually that's right, isn't it? It's ionosphere. At present is here. I don't know. Okay. So what have I got? Well, I've got here, there. P ionosphere. 2 O's. Right, virtuoso. Idolatrous. Virtuous, not popular. 1. Well, not popular would be in, wouldn't it? But popular would be in. Drinker's snack. Not sure what that can be. This one, dinner date might be so if electricity's lacking. Cold turkey? No, it can't be cold turkey, can it? Cold might be power. See if that fits. S. Possibly unable to feel stupid. Or is it senseless? I think that's senseless, isn't it? This must be the something, mustn't it? The doctor says 3 cracks to reveal God's question. The... or who? Who goes there? Who goes there? Doctor says 3 cracks to reveal... I don't quite understand what's going on there. I have to think about it. Doctor Who, okay. 3 cracks, goes there. There is 3. Says goes, I suppose, yeah. Fair enough. Fell back on showing electrical circuits in colour. Tailor of tuxedo. Excuse me. Defeated by craft. You would have thought that's... I would have thought tailor is an anagram indicator of tuxedo being potential anagram. Defeated by craft. I would have thought that ends in ED. Ox, off, fox. Can't really see that's going. This one fell back on. So fell could be a more, therefore a room. Going backwards. On showing electronic circuits in colour. Okay, what's 12? Mate works both ways. I assume that's some kind of palindrome. Mate in quotes, is that important? Is it like checkmate? Works. Works is just BS. I can't think of anything that will work that way. Oppo. I think it could be poop. Let's look at this one again. And then that one. Dinner date might be so if electricity is lacking. 24. Can't see that. I'm not going to get down there yet. Maybe Jaggers, Stones, and Mothers performing Carver. Stone. I assume Jagger is a Rolling Stone, so I assume that's what it is. Stone. Mothers, just anagram Mothers, is it? No. Performing Carver. Carver is a type of chair, isn't it? But I don't think that's going to be relevant. See if this fits. Assembling overseas, such as Sheraton and Chippendale. Assembly, overseas, sorry. Overseas is 9 letters, such as Sheraton and Chippendale. Is Sheraton a hotel? Or am I thinking is it something else? Bloke had to crack cryptic clue list. Cryptic clues list. I would have thought it was an anagram of clues with something for bloke in there. Man. List could be meaning to lean, bite lip. Is that like a rim kind of lip? Trouble breaking into run end, circling plane. N. Trouble breaking into run. This 26. Let's look at these down here. Lands, Maine, Florida, etc. Well, those are states, obviously, aren't they? But we're looking at the codes for those, which would be MA, OH, and FL, and then etc. Do we just want some of those? Okay. Western Cemetery stall in a bad way. Western, is that high noon? Cemetery stall. High noons are western. Cemetery. Stall in a bad way. No, not what comes to me there. Right, this one, Spike needs gravy for pot. Got something to do with brown, but not sure. Prestige gained by awkward type with nations backing. Such a thing of type and an N. Which would be what would it be? Penty. You thought it was going to be a Y at the end, wouldn't you? Really? Can't think what it'd be. What's this one over here? Star depressed when night time approaches. I would have thought it was the evening star, but don't know. Night time is the evening, and I think evening star might be a reference to the fact that Venus could be the morning star and an evening star, but I'm not sure. Blue, as one might say, on venture inside without date. On venturing inside. Okay, this one, ending in G. Wife put on very kinky negligee top. So it's wife on Fantastic Beast. I would put wyvern, but I can't understand why that would be wyvern. Let's just take that out from it. Because V for very. Yeah, anagram for very. And then negligee top now. Boom. Yep. Kinky being the anagram indicator for that. Clubs with oriental rooms. Clubs is C. Rooms are not seeing that one. This one again. Spike needs gravy for pot. Am I through everything? Star depressed. I would have thought it was sundown, isn't it? Sundown, that was easy. Okay, that O. Blue, as one might say, on venturing inside without date. Blue. So just blue, as you might say, is blue. Gosh. Type, test it like that. One might say, on venturing inside. Don't know about that. What's the stones doing again? Stone. And mother's performing. Performing is on. Stonemason now. Ah, yeah, Carver is a stonemason. That was easy, wasn't it? This one again. Clubs. Okay. With oriental rooms. Suit. Oriental being an E, I think. Sweet. Or just sweet. Suity, yeah. Is that indigo? Blue. In. Without date. In I go, yeah. Indigo. Okay. Must be something about money. Gravy is money, isn't it? Money. Spike. Money for the pot is... gosh, what is that? I'm not sure. Right, well, got rid of some of those down the bottom anyway, so that's better. So look at this G. So look at this. Regards. Yeah. Regards pathetic steering group leader. Well, there's my G for group. And steering is that many letters, so regards is goodbyes. Greetings, I guess. Greetings. Yeah, that's like an anagram of regards. Okay. Spike. No, it's not seed money. Gravy for the pot. I would have put money there. I don't know. Maybe it isn't money. I was thinking of gravy train being money related. This one, is this an ing? Assembly overseas, such as Sheraton Chipdale is chairpersons. Is that right? What is that? Oh, overseers, sorry, yeah. Yeah, so they oversee the chairpersons. Very good. They oversee the meetings, don't they? The assembly meetings, yeah. Oh, it's all big, Jupiter say. Gas giant, I think. Is there a theme to this of... or is it just gas giant and sundown are the only two that are related to thingies? Bite. Lip. Bite. Lip. Can't say it on mate. This one. Bloke had to crack. Cryptic clues list. I mean, you'd think if that's going to be an anagram, that would have to be C. We've got skew man. Skew manel. What would that be like? Anything going on there? I don't know. Bloke, that doesn't have to be man, does it? It could be bod, I suppose. I don't know. Cryptic clues list. I think let's put bloke into an anagram. I think it's an anagram of clues with a word for bloke in it. Trouble of breaking into run ending circle plane. Circling plane. Plane is vanilla. Just looking to see if there's some kind of hidden word there. Don't think there is. Okay, so trouble is ale. Breaking into run. Run is an R. Run end circling plane. Don't we see that? What was this again? Oh, that was the Western Cemetery stall in a bad way. I mean, stall looks like it ought to be a last. Oh, it's Boot Hill, isn't it? I think. Western Cemetery's Boot Hill. Why is that Boot Hill? Ah. Stall in a bad way. Why would that be Boot Hill? I'm going to go with it being Boot Hill for now, but let's see. Is it this one? Yeah. May not be. Second, oh, go back there. Second middling mark given to female. Weight set back. Movement. And that'll be her for female, wouldn't it? Sure. Could that be a different middling mark? I think only a C can really fit there. If it's an A to E, that'd be the only kind of middling mark, wouldn't it? Weight setback. Movement concerto. Thinking of, but that isn't going to work. Let's have a look at. Just ditch that. I think. Oh, what's that R doing? Fell back. I said fell, didn't I? It's a room, could be a room. More backwards. Room in colour. Electronic circuits are no idea. What's this? Cannelloni. Candle lit. Candle lit. Okay, so that maybe Hill's good. I don't know. Candle lit. That way again. Very good. Tailor of Tuxedo. I didn't think it was an anagram, did I? Defeated by craft. I don't know what that be. That bit would be about like Ext tuxedo. by in there. Botoxed. Xed. I'm sure there's an X there maybe. Let's go with that being an Xed. Xed means I've got a U to get rid of. Excluded. Xed by craft. Craft is art. Extolled. Defeated. Led. If that were X, I'm not convinced it is, but if it was, what got here? Second is, I think, S. Middle mark is surely C. Oh, I thought her, didn't I? Ah, maybe it's middle mark given to female. Maybe it's, I never real proof this is Boot Hill, but it does fit with the L there, which is, you know, helpful, but maybe it's just setback movement. This one again, fell back. Mate works both ways. Unless both ways is like left and right. Mate's an ally, but I wouldn't understand that. Works is on. Mate is noon, I think. Right, let's go back down here again. Let's go up to the top one. Just have a look at these first. This idolatrous, virtuoso player, not popular. 1. No idea. And the drinker's snack. Drinker's snack. What was that going to be? Drinker's snack would normally, you know, 2 words like that would normally suggest it's some kind of double def, but the question mark on the end makes you think maybe it's like more than that. Drinker. Supper. Okay, that's a pagan, isn't it then? I've got no idea. Oh, Paganini. Paganini. Yeah, not popular as 1. Not innie. Okay, good. Down here, bloke had to crack. Not sure about that. White lip. Go through. I might lose interest into this. This is definitely a double definition. White lip. Or should I say it's doubly definite? Oh, hang on. Let's look at this down here first. Tats. State. Not states, is it? E-states. Eastern states. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah. Nice. E-states. Right, I said that was. Is that schedule? Schedule is a list, isn't it? And he'd. So what is this? Bite lip. Edge. Bite. I don't know why bite would be an edge, but the lip side is the edge. Trouble. Oh gosh, what have I got here? Assuming Boot Hill is correct, and I still haven't really proven that, because I don't understand it if it is. Actually down to not looking so bad now. Trouble raking into run. Trouble. Shun. Circling plane. So look at this clue. It was the Western Cemetery is Boot Hill. Right, that's the Boot Hill was the cemetery in whatever that place was. I can't think what Tombstone I think it is. To stall in a bad way. But in a bad way is hill. And a stall was a booth. Yeah, okay, Booth Hill. Fair enough. So that's correct. Good. Trouble breaking into run. I feel like there might be an anagram of into there. Wet and an R for run. But what I'm trying to get to here, I'm not sure really. Let's have a look at this one over here. which was gone off the screen. Prestige, gained by awkward type with nations backing, is the S then of that. Teppies, pints, awkward type, or is it? I'm just going to move my mic a minute, excuse me. Or it's like an awkward type, someone who's going to have a bit socially awkward, say. Also status, that doesn't fit. Spike needs gravy for pot. Eek. Trouble breaking into run. So no, boothole is right then, okay. Breaking. Circling plane. Plane is into run end. Is that the end of run, which is an N? Or am I just doing an anagram of into run? In which case, where does the A come from? Circling plane. Let's try it anyway. See what we get to. Into run. Try and type it correctly. Around. I would think un is the most likely word here. Unadorned. Plain is unadorned, isn't it? Yeah, okay, go with that. Trouble is a do. Half a run, and then I don't know what the und bit is. End is circling, I think cycling. No, okay, so there's only going to run end. Yep. Okay. Oh gosh, what was this? This is the status prestige gained by awkward type with nations backing. Is I put nerds there? I don't think it's nerds. Gonna go back to the ones at the top. So Boot Hill's definitely right. Second middling mark given to that isn't right though, is it? Tailor of tuxedo. I don't want to do tuxedo because tuxedo is that or a DJ, dinner jacket. You can't really do much with DJ in there. Defeated by craft. Craft is art. But then what have I got left? Art and what's going in there? Sahara doesn't quite fit. Second middling mark given to female. If it's female, like her. Weight set back. Weight set back movement. I'm going to assume second is not the definition. Unless middling mark is an AR. I've got no idea what this movement really wants to be. Is it an ism? This one down here fell back. Fell back on electronic circuits. So electronic circuits, I'm going to think of a PCB, printed circuit board, in colour. Relapsed. No, yeah, it could be relapsed. What would that be relapsed? Colour would be electronic circuits are elapse, going in red. There we go. Okay, so am I double Ping this? In which case it's Oppo, isn't it? I guess. There's my her. Sure. I'll give to her. Weight set back would be. Weight would be. Is it stone? Shirts. Movement shirts. Tailor of tuxedo. Defeated by craft. How long have we been going? About 25 minutes? 31, wow. Okay, 31. I don't feel very clear on that really, shirts. But I do think she... Oh, maybe it's second. Okay, maybe let's think about this. Maybe it does mean second. We'll get my S from my... Yeah, because I'm thinking she. And then... So that's a C middling mark given to her, which is she. Goes weight setback movement. Doesn't really feel like I've got anything. Schema. There's one thing of ski. Interesting, I've got she and her there, really. Maybe it's got this middling mark wrong entirely. So tuxedo's got a lot of letters there, and ext. Of tuxedo. Tuxedo is T. There'll be a U in there, so X2O. Can't be OUED, can it? What's that like to be? Extolled? Extolled? Ext. Tux. Tuxie, and then a dough. And I've got an E there. Or is it literally? Flummoxed. Well, there's the word then. Outfoxed. Okay. Oops. Type it in right. Outfoxed it is then. So what is going on here? Shirtso? Yeah, shirtso is a word I don't know what it means, but there's an ounce backwards. So that just leaves these two down here to look at. Yeah, right. Just looking at the clock. Right. Well, I don't know how long I'm going to spend on this. Prestige. Come on. What's prestige? Gained by awkward type with nations backing, is that? N. If that was an N, I don't want stunt money, I keep wanting to put the spike. Money for the pot. The pot is... I don't know what the pot is. I'm just thinking that prestige going downwards. Gained is... What do you gain? Gain prestige. Awkward type with nations backing. Is that just saying put the S? Ah. the S from nation. Okay, so it isn't that. It's type, which makes that kudos, isn't it? I think. Don't know why it's kudos and stake money. There we are. Oh, where are we gone? There. I think that's the whole puzzle. I don't understand why it's kudos. I'm not going to try and figure it out yet. See if that's right. There we go. All done. Wow. Okay, that was good. So yeah, just over 35 minutes in the end. Right, I'm going to reset the thing to get rid of all the ticks, and I'm going to try and explain these as best I can. Just scroll down a little bit there. Just check on the screen. Right, well, what we got? Okay, well, now we'll go across. Right, so a shag is a type of seabird, and the end of pile is the E, and braid. So take the end of pile is an E, and the word braid, and then anagram that. To get is an anagram of seabird, and damage is your anagram indicator. Right. I think scherzo is a movement, a musical movement, so that's your definition movement. S for second. A middling mark is C, so think of the grades A, B, C, D, E. C is in the middle. To female is her, and they've got the weight setbacks. We've got ounces, OZ, the old imperial measurement, going backwards. We've got idolatrous is a pagan, and then we've got the virtuoso player is Paganini, but Paganini is not popular or one, so take the INI off of the end of Paganini. Next one, dinner date might be so if electricity lacking. Well, if you haven't got any electricity, then you would have to light it by candle, so it might be a candlelit dinner. We've got an anagram of star eyes. Rolling is your anagram indicator. Star eyes is 8 letters. Appearing in blockbuster. The blockbuster is ET at the start and the end. So we've got an anagram of star eyes. Rolling is your anagram indicator, going in ET, which is the blockbuster, and the early Chaplin film parent is Easy Street. Mate means oppo. I don't really know what's going on there, but work is OP, and both ways says it's a palindrome, so PO. Fair enough. Doctor, so we've got Doctor Who, so who says, says and goes, just synonyms, aren't they? He goes on and on, he says and says, not quite really, but I think goes and says is the synonym. 3 is an anagram of there, cracks is your anagram indicator, and a guard would say, who goes there? Right, an assembly of people, kind of meeting. The overseers of that are the chairpersons, and Sheraton and Chippendale were people who made chairs and furniture, so they were chairpersons. Bite. So we've got a double definition here. Edge means both bite and lip. Now the lip of something being the edge of it is obvious. Bite. I can't see why that's an edge, I don't know. My knowledge isn't good enough. A spike is a stake, so think of a garden stake. It's a spike in the ground. And gravy, think of the gravy train, gives you money. And stake money goes in the pot if you're gambling. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. Our definition here, let's go way down, is plain. So plain is unadorned. We've got trouble is ado, breaking into an anagram of run end. So we've got UNRNED, that's the anagram. Breaking into is your anagram indicator, and circling is saying put that around ado. I think that's the way to do it, or maybe it's circling is the anagram and trouble is going into that. Anyway, that's how the clue breaks down. Right, clubs are one of the cards, suits in cards. Oriental is Eastern, so you can put an E on the end of that to give you a suite, which is a set of rooms. Right, lands are estates. Now, Maine, Ohio and Florida are states on the eastern sea, on the Atlantic Ocean. On the eastern, no, actually, Ohio is not on the Atlantic Ocean, ignore that. But they are on the eastern side of the state, so they are E-states. Star, sun is a star, depressed is down, and when nighttime approaches, it's sundown. Let's have a look at the down clues. Right, somebody drinks sups, so therefore a drinker is a supper, and supper is a snack. Whenever you see drink, it's worth always thinking of sup and lap, as well as all the possible teas, coffees, and alcohols. Dignified is august. AU is gold, the chemical symbol, periodic table, and a rush is a gust, a rush of wind, a gust of wind. Very high region, well the ionosphere is very high up because it's somewhere up in the towards outer space, above the clouds towards outer space. Can't tell you exactly how high, which is an anagram of poison. It begins with an anagram of poison, so spreading is your anagram indicator, and then at present, so if you're present you're here. Staff is a rod, R-O-D. The church is Church of England, C-E. So staff around rod. Rejected, so rejected says put it upwards. Ornamentation is decor. Possibly unable to feel means you haven't got any. You might not have a sense. You might not have a sense of feel, so you're senseless. And stupid is a bit senseless. We'll come back to Boot Hill in a minute. Relapsed. If you fell back, you relapsed. Went back into illness. So we've got showing electronic circuits. So E for electronic and circuits on laps. So E laps are electronic circuits in the colour red R, and then the ED at the end. Tailor is your anagram indicator that of tuxedo is an anagram of outfoxed, and defeated by craft, you've been outfoxed. So crafty. Foxes are crafty. We've got Mick Jagger, who's one of the Rolling Stones, and mother is Mars. Mars, mother apostrophe S, so Mars, and performing is on. So that gives you stonemason, who's someone who carves out of stone. Regards is greetings. Give you my regards. Give them my regards, my greetings. Pathetic is your anagram indicator that greetings. Steering, needs to be anagrammed, and then with the G, the leader of group, which is a G, as part of that anagram. A bloke is he, so if the bloke had he'd, H-E-D, cracking, so going in, an anagram of clues, S-C-U-L-E, cryptic is your anagram indicator, and a list is a schedule. If you talk, you might be gassing. Big is a giant, and Jupiter is one of the gas giants, one of the big planets, gas giants. Blue is an indigo, the colour of indigo, sorry. Just going to scroll off, right. Blue is the colour indigo. As one might say on venturing inside, well, in I go, and without date. So D for date. Now, if date was in that, then it would be within it, but so D in, D within, in I go, but instead we've got in I go without D, so the opposite, without and within being opposites in that way. W for wife, and then put on, so put it on top of, anagram of very, kinky is your anagram indicator, and then the top of negligee is N, and a fantastic beast is a wyvern. Right, wife put on very kinky negligee top, fantastic beast, what a great service. Right, prestige is kudos, gained by awkward type, with nations backing. Well, I think nations backing is the S. Awkward type is kudo. Why is that? Is that right? Just going to pause for a minute and think. No, got that. Right, restart. So prestige is kudos, right. The awkward type is an awkward sod, and the nation is the UK, and backing is saying put it upwards, so it's got sod UK going upwards. And then, as I say, the Western Cemetery. Well, Boot Hill was where was the cemetery for. I think it's in Boot Hill, Tombstone, where Doc Holliday and whatever did all their shootouts. A stall is a booth, and in a bad way is ill. So we've got booth. Scroll up on I. We've got booth ill. So there we go. But hey, all good one there from Brummie. Got through that. Thanks for watching.